Future Gohan versus Dabura. Who would win in a one-on-one fight to the death? Let me know in the comment section below.
Prepare yourself, dancing.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. These are today's hashtag end of video squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to watch till the end of this video. Drop your comment with the hashtag end of video squad for a chance to be featured in my next video. This video is connected to a Dragon Ball fan manga. It's reviewing a Dragon Ball fan manga chapter, but the original thought for this video was me thinking how adult Gohan, future adult Gohan, how he could have survived the events of the History of Trunks special, because in that movie he gets completely murked, famously or infamously, by the two androids. And I was thinking, just at the top of my head, how could he have survived that? And the only option was clear. He would have to disengage entirely. He would not go against two androids, him being one person, one Saiyan, one against two. That whole scenario would not have happened. That is the only way that he would have won that fight, or he would have survived past those events to go into the future of Dragon Ball, or at least the future of that timeline. Now it's really easy, like super duper easy, to say that once he was fighting the two androids, instead of letting himself get overwhelmed by their immense power, at some point he transformed into a Super Saiyan 2 and took them both out. It's really easy just to write and throw in transformations. I mean, fan mangas, fan animations, fan projects have done it all the time. Just throw brand new transformations on different characters without any real setup, and the actual canon sources, either Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, even Heroes, has done the exact same thing. Super easy to say that he's just going to go into Super Saiyan 2 and kill those two characters. I don't see the prerequisites of turning to Super Saiyan 2. I don't see that in that fight. I don't see him transforming. I see every event with him engaging those two androids, leading to his demise. So the only way for him to survive is for him to not participate, like at all. Now, after those events, he could train with Trunks. He could train Trunks into becoming a Super Saiyan. That's two Super Saiyans against two androids, and I like those odds. I would say that those odds mean that Gohan and Trunks have a very good shot in transforming into Super Saiyan 2 and moving beyond their current limitations in order to defeat both androids. I think a Saiyan working along another Saiyan has it easier than a Saiyan working alone to get to the next transformation, and that would be the end of the androids if they ever go into Super Saiyan 2. But as you guys know, in the Future Trunks timeline, there are other hazards, other things that we have to be mindful about, because these things are really urgent, and as we know from Dragon Ball Super, they actually do happen, and that mainly is the Buu arc. The Buu arc ends up happening in the future the same way that it happens in the present. So that's why I asked you guys a question in the very beginning, because I was going to set up a scenario where Gohan faces off against the forces of Buu, but Dragon Ball Multiverse has already given us the answer. They have an entire chapter in one of their stories that focuses on Gohan versus Dabura. Now, Dabura is a character that is kind of easy to gauge in power, but because he has so many different hacks, it is interesting to throw him against almost anybody. Dragon Ball Multiverse does this beautifully with throwing him against Cell. Like, this character is far stronger than Dabura, and yet Dabura is still hanging in there facing off against this monster. So Dabura is very interesting to gauge, but this chapter focuses on Gohan finding out that they are trying to take energy from the Earthlings and use it to resurrect Majin Buu. This scenario, Gohan is still alive and the Saiyans have been reduced only to him. The androids are still running amok, And Gohan finds himself alone, and even in the first chapter, the very beginning, he says that he does not have the power to defeat the androids. And remember, there are 2 of them, so even if he did end up defeating one, if he had enough power to defeat 18, he would still have to contend with 17. He's completely outgunned in this scenario, and their survival, the fact that they're still alive, this makes it really interesting going forward. But Gohan, who has been suppressing his ki this entire time, sees a soldier, an alien soldier, and he realizes that it's not a Frieza soldier. He is definitely looking for something. Let me go ahead and check it out. Upon discovering Babidi's landing site, Gohan sees that they have killed an entire family that was probably living in this little valley. And Babidi, he is pissed. He throws a little ki absorber, and he's pissed off that there really isn't much ki on the planet. And the androids, they have been murdering and destroying everything for years now, so more than likely there aren't that many Earthlings around to take ki from. And I don't think that these guys are going to be able to feel out and sense out the androids who are causing all this destruction to even take ki from. I'm not even sure if they can take ki from the androids. And the androids, they can't sense ki, so they don't really know that they're there. And Gohan then feels it. He feels the presence, the evil strength of Dabura, which in my opinion is one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters, not only based on his design, the voice work that the dub had for him that was very menacing and dark, and also the fact that he is really the only demon that we see in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Dabura brings the Buu egg, and Babidi is ready to go to a different planet and find ki there, but Dabura tells him that don't be so hasty. There actually is some ki, some energy on this planet, and one of his soldiers, one of Babidi's soldiers, explains that they have not felt any ki of these 2 beings that are on the planet at all, but the destruction and the ki that was used for that destruction generated a power that was over 250 ki. And that's well above and beyond what Babidi needs. So of course he's talking about the androids, and it looks like the Babidi soldier, he is quite aware of the destruction or the culprits of the destruction on this planet, and that's when Gohan jumps in and tells them that leaving the planet was their best option. Babidi agrees to leave the planet, to Gohan's surprise. Obviously he shouldn't be surprised because he was about to get grabbed, and he did. Gohan needs an adult, and now he is stuck. Gohan even comments on the fact that Dabura is faster than the androids, but he won't let them take his ki without a fight, and he explodes in the ki that they want, and the fight between Future Gohan and Dabura, the king of demons of the demon world, is finally on. The ensuing melee leads Dabura to using his signature technique, and Gohan's surprised at the fact that he even spit on him, but then sees that the spit is quite hazardous. Dabura invites Gohan inside the ship, and Gohan follows. And you guys know, once Gohan's inside the ship, all the ki is going to be transferred to resurrecting Majin Buu. So this is pretty funny. Babidi reprimands Dabura because he almost killed Gohan by spitting on him, and he can't take any ki from a statue, and Dabura apologizes. Now Gohan is going to face Yakon, but surprisingly there are 2 Yakons. One is a female and one is a male that Gohan is going to have to face. Gohan has a rampage through Babidi's ship, leaving Babidi to question the fact that, wait a minute, I couldn't control this guy because I thought that he was one of the few beings that has a pure heart, but now he's destroying everything without any reckless abandon. So he doesn't understand it, but he's about to send Dabura back in. But this seems to be a weaker Dabura, because Dabura's punishment for almost killing Gohan was to giving his energy, his ki, to the egg, which honestly, I don't know why he didn't think about that in the anime, why he didn't just take Dabura's ki and give it to Buu, but I'm glad that the manga addressed this. And this is how the crew of Dragon Ball Multiverse, how Saligir, how they make Future Gohan be able to take on Dabura, and that is by draining Dabura's ki to Majin Buu as punishment, because Gohan is facing off against Dabura, and he realizes that Dabura is a lot slower, he's a lot weaker, He's still as sturdy as before, but Gohan can actually win this. He is no match for Gohan's speed and Super Saiyan strength. Gohan defeats Dabura, and Babidi tells Dabura, "You're only good as a meat shield now," and he provokes Gohan by telling him, "You're such a pure-hearted being, why would you kill an injured man, a wounded man? That's not like you, that's not like somebody who is pure of heart." And that's when Gohan just destroys everything, killing Dabura and almost killing Babidi. This Gohan, he's been fighting the androids for years. He's a lot more ruthless, even though he's pure of heart. He don't give a shit. Despite all the destruction, Buu still becomes revived because Babidi, as a backup plan, used all the ki from all his minions to revive him. But then when the egg opens up, there's nobody there, and that's when Gohan goes through his inner working. He is thinking that Goku would give Babidi a second chance, Piccolo and Vegeta would kill Babidi right away. He's been fighting the androids for so long and seen so much suffering that he's gonna go the second route and kill Babidi. And with the destruction of Babidi, Gohan has saved the day. So what ended up happening to Buu? Well, the manga really doesn't focus on Buu like at all. It doesn't answer this question. If you guys remember, Buu gets resurrected from the smoke that comes out of the egg, but in this instance, it looks like the manga just kind of breezes over it. Gohan thinks that there's nothing else to be worried about, and so Buu is not mentioned, but Buu probably isn't as strong as he was before because he doesn't have the ki from 2 Super Saiyan warriors. He just has the ki from all the minions that were at Babidi's disposal. But if I were to continue this, I would say that Buu ended up getting resurrected and he ended up causing destruction around the immediate area of his own, leading to the androids realizing that somebody else is destroying the planet, going to go see Buu, and Buu killing the androids. That's kind of how I would see it. And then Gohan would train or figure out a way to become Super Saiyan 2, become even stronger than that, to face off against Buu. But I don't think that I see a viable future for Future Gohan versus Buu for Future Gohan to win. Those are just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you made it to this point in the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for everything that you've done supporting the channel. Make sure you drop your comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Fire Assassin 507. Personally, I love anything that goes on after GT. All the ideas and storytelling is absolutely beautiful, and when it comes to fan-made stuff, GT is my absolute favorite. Hope to one day see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Adult Oob, and all others fighting together without Goku. This is the direction that Dragon Ball needs to go into when it comes back. You're not alone in thinking that Dragon Ball needs to surpass Goku. Goku is the main character, yes, but the next generation of Dragon Ball could have a completely different main character, and I think at this point Goku is one of those characters that really holds the story from evolving. So I can't wait for that to happen, and that's why a lot of people still love Dragon Ball GT, because it takes a chance on other characters. Anyway, thank you so much for your comment, Fire Assassin. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.